And the way that they control most people is by frightening them into emotional and psychological manipulation tactics, making them feel like they're going to get left out of the group, they're crazy, something's wrong with them. They will start a campaign of bombarding your self-esteem, making you think something's wrong with you, humiliating you. And in this way, it can cause a lot of harm to us emotionally and psychologically, because we know that there's nothing wrong with us. We know we've been fair and just, and we've been honest. But the more that we are fair, just, and honest, the more it triggers the narcissist who isn't, because they know inside of themselves they are playing a dirty game. They're playing the game of mind control. Nothing can make you crazier than someone who has decided to go out and spread lies about you and destroy your reputation, destroy the ability to build good relationships around you, and spread a seriously negative level of toxic energy all around your life and the network of people that you know. So let's talk about the smear campaign of narcissists. Whether you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, or you're trying to enter a family that may not accept you, or you're trying to leave a relationship with a family member that is afraid that you're going to tell the secrets of what they've done to you in private, the one thing they all have in common is that they see you as a threat. So the only way that they feel that they can manage that threat and achieve control over the narrative is to smear you. They will spread lies and completely distort the reality. Their goal is to control the people around you and to create ultimate damage in your life. They don't even care how much destruction it causes. These lies that they tell could literally destroy an entire family, and there is no conscience about that. Narcissists use smear campaign tactics for many different reasons. One is you may have secrets about them. You might know how they're doing things dirty in the private realm where nobody else sees, and therefore you pose a greater threat because you know more about them beyond that mask that they put up. They love it when people are gullible enough to believe the lies that they spread and to not be able to flag the mask that they're living with. A lot of people can see people living with masks and say something's not right about that person. Everything that they're doing and saying doesn't line up. And they have a process within to be able to spot the truth for themselves. But narcissists generally make friends with and target people who don't have that ability. They don't have the ability to vet the truth. They will tend to group around people who will never call them out on their BS, will always be intimidated by confrontation, and will just adapt and accept to whatever they say. You can also be perceived as a threat if you're just a general truth teller, if you have the ability to spot BS, if you call out things that are not congruent with the truth, if you're a person that is for fairness and justice and equality and for everyone winning, then you're generally going to be a problem to a narcissist. But there's also power dynamics at play with narcissists. If you're trying to enter into a friendship or a family that has narcissists in them, then they may desire you to bow to the power of that family or bow to the power of those group dynamics. If you're to do or say something that they're not happy about, they want to be the ones that can influence the other people in the group to turn against you. That's why if you're a person that is of your own power, your own independence, you don't need someone to validate you, then you're going to be perceived as a potential threat. There will be many different situations in life that can present a problem for a narcissist with a person who is independent and solitary. And the way that they control most people is by frightening them into emotional and psychological manipulation tactics, making them feel like they're going to get left out of the group, they're crazy, something's wrong with them. They will start a campaign of bombarding your self-esteem, making you think something's wrong with you, humiliating you. And in this way, it can cause a lot of harm to us emotionally and psychologically, because we know that there's nothing wrong with us. We know we've been fair and just, and we've been honest. But the more that we are fair, just, and honest, the more it triggers the narcissist who isn't, because they know inside of themselves they are playing a dirty game. They're playing the game of mind control and of doing whatever it takes to keep control of the narrative in the group. If you're of a really loving, good heart, you're going to be seen as a problem to someone like this. They'll love you if you are in their camp, as long as you can be used, abused, and manipulated and never speak up for yourself. But the minute that you do, you're going to see a punishment come to you of some sorts. And depending on if they're an overt narcissist or a covert narcissist, that punishment may be right out in the open, or it may be behind your back in a silent campaign of tearing you down and devaluing you to everyone else and making other people afraid to even have a relationship with you, look at you, speak to you, or acknowledge your presence. Because when narcissists control people, they expect those people they're controlling to be 100% loyal to them. And anything that shows neutrality to them is disloyalty. So you have to be blindly loyal to that narcissist, otherwise you're going to be a problem too. If you find yourself in a situation like this, where somebody is spreading lies about you and making you go crazy, the thing you need to do is disconnect emotionally and psychologically from the chaos they are in control of. It's really important that you become aware of yourself objectively. How are you allowing this to affect you? Mind, heart, actions. And really look at that. What is this person doing to me? How is this affecting your life? What is it taking from you? What kind of energy is it putting inside of you and bringing to you? How is it causing you to react? The greatest way to defeat a narcissist is to stop allowing them to have access to changing who you are and how you behave and what actions you take. Narcissists are like vampires that feed upon our reactions. So when they create smear campaigns and we start losing our mind and we start feeling rage and anger and hatred, and we start talking nonstop about all of the insanity that they're doing to us, and we get hijacked in our minds and our hearts, not believing the lies that they're telling and not believing how in the world other people are believing these lies, what does that do? It gives them a winning opportunity to destroy our lives, because now we're no longer focused on ourselves and what's best for us. We don't have internal peace anymore. We don't have love. We are buying into this lie and this illusion that they're somehow the masters of the universe that are going to control everything, and in the end we're going to lose if we don't control the narrative. But that is a huge gaslighting lie, and I caution you to believe in it and to invest in it. The more that you invest in trying to defeat the lies that they're telling other people, the more true it makes it to the other people. Does that make sense? It's so important that you understand this. It's like so fundamental. If you want to actually get your power back and have a better chance at overcoming these lies and having a better future, it's essential that you disconnect from the lies they're telling and from even caring about what they're saying about you. Literally take that stuff from outside of your heart and say, I don't want this. This is all a bunch of garbage and it's not even true, and I'm not giving it any attention or my precious time. And the minute that you start starving that fire off, it's like it has no more oxygen and it will dissipate and go away. It'll just literally vanish. Narcissists, the reason that they create this insanity in you is so that you'll feed the fire. And the more you feed the fire, the more it burns your house down. So the key thing that you need to do is to not allow the smear campaign of the narcissist to have any impact on you, psychologically or emotionally. Don't buy into it. Don't care what other people think about it or feel about it. If someone's telling lies about you and it gets back to you, maybe somebody that cares about you comes back and says, hey, this person has said this stuff about you. Is it true? Then certainly address whether that's true or not. But you don't have to engage in a back and forth smear campaign. Just say, this isn't true. This is a potential reason why this person might be doing this to me. I want nothing to do with it. I love you. I hope we can have a relationship outside of all of this chaos. I'm not going to let it affect me. I hope that it won't affect our relationship. This person is obviously not well. I'll keep them in my prayers. That really is the best thing to do. Because when we get involved in playing a dirty game the way that other people play a dirty game, what do we do to ourselves? We still destroy ourselves because we don't have the ability to keep our integrity intact. So don't allow a narcissist smear campaign to change how you fundamentally operate. If you're a person that has love in their hearts and integrity and you want the best for all beings, then stay in that truth of who you are, no matter what people say about you. And know that if you are living that way, that is going to confront people who are not, because they know that they're not living to the best of their capability. They are not caring for themselves in that loving way. And so there's something inside of them that wants to burn your house down because they are angry at themselves and they're just projecting it out into the world because they're not doing what's right for themselves. So the best thing to do is not to get involved in the smear campaign. If someone's devaluing you, decide to value yourself and move on. And don't put anger and rage and hatred out there, but cut ties, protect yourself, create boundaries. Don't talk about that person. Move away from the situation. Process your emotions, take ownership of what you feel, and let that be your private work to do on yourself. But the worst thing you can do is engage in a back and forth situation that's going to destroy you both. If you guys have any situations that you're dealing with out there where you're in a smear campaign, I just want to encourage you to disconnect. Disconnect from knowing about what's being said about you, caring about whether it's truthful or not, and involving yourself with the people that still hang out with that person. Just decide to cut your losses and move on and process what happened and how to actually make peace from within. That's a really important piece of learning how to not internalize that trauma. I hope this helps. I love you all. Be well.